installing WordPress. So this is our box. Just going to log in, and you'll notice we have some updates as ever. Let's make sure we are as up to date as we can be. And yes, we want to install. All done. So we're going to install WordPress. So I'm just going to change the web page folder var www, and next we want to download the files that we want. So wget and then http://wordpress.org /latest.tar.gz. That will get us the latest version. Now you notice there that it couldn't write because the permissions aren't correct, so just need to go back in again, and at the beginning sudo it, and there we go, all downloaded. Next thing to do is to untar it or unzip it. So tar xfz and then latest tar.gz and again forgot to sudo because again we don't have permissions to work in this directory, so we'll just sudo this time. And if we just quickly check, there's our WordPress folder. So we can delete that latest.tar.gz. It's not, we're not going to use it again, and there's no point in it being there. And yet again, permission denied because we don't have permissions. So let's sudo that again, and that should be gone now. Yep. So we're just going to change the WordPress folder and just have a quick look inside. You could of course rename the folder now if you wanted to. I'm just going to keep it as WordPress. But there's all our files. So I'm just going to whip over to a web page now. We're in webmin again. We're going to log in. And we're just going to set up some database stuff. So the first thing to do, come over to the left hand side and into servers and MySQL that we installed previously, and we're just going to create a new database. Now I'm not going to be very imaginative. I'm just going to call it WordPress. You could call it blog, whatever you want, something that you'll remember. But for our purposes, we're just going to call it WordPress. Create, that's all you need to do. Now user permissions, I'm going to create a new user that WordPress can use. So I'm going to call this one WordSQL. And again, password nice and secure. This time, just for the demo purposes, I'm just going to use a really easy one. And here we're going to change the host so that only the local host can access, or it can only access from localhost. So if you were logging in from another machine, you wouldn't be able to access any of the tables using this user. So we created our user, we're all done. Now it's time to go in and edit some of the WordPress files. So down to others and file manager, down to var www, and there's our WordPress folder. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of license text and readme. not really needed, so you can delete those. And then we need to set up the config file. So it comes with a sample config file, so you just need to rename it to config, wp-config, and then let's go in and edit it. Now I tend to take out this bit at the top just so I know that I've edited it, and we're going to add in all the information that we did earlier. So the database name was Wordpress. And the database user was WordSQL. And the password was pretty awful, but it's just for demo purposes. And pretty much leave everything else the same. We're going to quickly do the salt. So all you need to do is copy that out, open a new tab on the browser, and it will give you some randomly generated data. You can right click and copy that, and then just paste it in here. All very straightforward. And everything else should be left as is. So we just need to save that. And now we just need to set up Apache to serve the actual site itself. Now I could use the original site here on port 80, but I'm just going to quickly create a new host. I'm not bothered about specific address. I'm just going to change the port on this one to a non-standard port. So we'll do 8080 just for demonstration. And then we just need to choose var www WordPress as our root. And normally I would change all of these settings so that you could have a server name in there, but I'm not going to do it this time, and I'm going to let it create the site's available file itself. So there you go, and then we will just go and check. So this machine is 192.168.43.216. and we put it on port 8080. So let's see what we get. So we get nothing. That's because in the global config for Apache we need to allow for port 8080. So at the moment it's just listening on port 80. If you put secure in here, you add in 443. So we'll save that, apply changes, and then when we go back, so we're missing the MySQL extensions for PHP. So pop back over and sudo apt install sudo apt install php.mysql or -mysql install, and just yes that. So we've installed, so let's just reload the page again. Still nothing. Oh, okay, let's have a quick look and just apply changes on the site again. There we go. Took a bit of time to catch up. So the database isn't connected, so we know it's created. What I've done is sometimes when you use localhost or 127, it doesn't like it and it prefers localhost. So I'm just going to change this to localhost. they should both point to the same local machine. Save that, and then let's just go over to our, and here we go. So site title, you can always change that later. I'm just going to call this Depicus test site. Username imaginatively Depicus for this one, and I'm going to use an awfully weak password just for demonstration, but you should really be using a long password, especially if it's outward facing. WordPress sites get attacked so often. Email address, I'm just going to use a dummy address, but you need to put in a proper address. So if you do need to recover your password or change your password, you can do. But be warned that your WordPress site will be constantly attacked from the second it goes live, so you need to be secure. So here we are in the dashboard, and we're pretty much done. There are no updates, and you can see we're on version 5.1.1, which is the latest as we speak, on the 17th of March. So we have a quick look at the site. I'm not a great fan of this default theme, so we're just going to quickly go in and change it to 2017 and activate it as a new theme, and then we can have a look, and we will go through at some stage in the next video maybe on how to use your own theme. But that looks like slightly better. There are ways to get rid of this bar at the top, but that looks a bit more appealing than the original theme. And that's it. WordPress is installed, ready to use, although not ready for the outside world.